What you guys, every Windows 11 user should have this free optimization tool. What tool is it? It's called Wintoys. Wintoys is a free tool you can download from the Microsoft Store. Why should every Windows 11 user use this tool? It's pretty simple, because Windows 11 is full of bloat and it's also probably one of the worst operating systems to navigate around when it comes to Windows operating systems. Because where it used to take 1 or 2 clicks to get to a location on previous operating systems, on Windows 11 they've buried things deep in the operating system, and this just makes it so much more easier. So in the description it says, experience Windows in your way and keep it fresh every day. Set up, debloat, optimize and repair and tweak your operating system in a simple, time-saving yet safe approach. Maintain it in a clean, healthy and productive state while having everything you need in one place. And this is what makes this tool so great. It just makes it such an easy way to be able to optimize your system. So we're going to click on the Get button here and download this tool. And I'll show you in full detail in a second once it's downloaded, and we'll get it installed on the system. Let's open it up and click Yes here to open it up. And here we go. This is the actual application right here. So on the front page, you can see we've got some information about the system, graphics, Windows, processor, memory, and performance. On the bottom boxes, it will tell you about how many apps you have and how much space is cleaned and network and memory and all this sort of good stuff down here. It also gives you a warning saying it's highly recommended that you create a system restore point before making changes to your device. Better be safe than sorry. And I think that's wise words. So he's thought about everything when he's created this program. So let's go through some of the tools that it does have, and we can take a look at it. Now, it's not going to destroy your operating system. It's pretty much using toggle switches to toggle things on and off. So it's easily to basically change back. So in the first one right here, it says apps. And this is an area where you can just uninstall all your apps. Yes, you can do this in Windows, but it just makes it so easy to have it all under one umbrella. And we could just basically go in here to uninstall apps. All you need to do is click on the 3 dots on the right hand side here, and you can click on uninstall. So for apps like Get Help, Game Bar, and other ones that you don't need on the system, you can just uninstall them. Just click the 3 dots, click uninstall, and it will remove them from the system. Unfortunately, you can't uninstall Microsoft Edge via this method because it just won't let you. But there is other things inside here which you can uninstall, like say Microsoft News and things like that. You can see here Microsoft Edge is in some sort of yellow color here, and it just won't let you uninstall it. But all the other ones will let you remove them just like so. So if you don't want Microsoft Photos and Microsoft Teams, you can remove them. Microsoft Teams is running in the background, so it's telling us we need to close that. So I'm going to quickly close it. It's down here, and I'm just going to quickly close and then go back and click on the 3 dots and click uninstall, and it will remove Microsoft Teams for us. Microsoft To Do and all these other ones, you could just remove them. Let's move on to the next one, which is called Services. So this is the service pane, and you can see here up the top we've got it selected to running, which means it's going to show us all the running services on this computer. And this is where you can check to see what level they're set to, whether it's manual, whether it's disable, or whether it's automatic. And these can all be changed. So depending on what you want to change, you would just click on the 3 dots again and just change it. Or you can stop it, or you can do whatever you like. So let's take a look how this works. So let's go here, connected user experience and telemetry. You can see this is running, it's set to automatic. If I wanted to stop it, I can hit the 3 dots, click stop, and it will shut that down and stop it, and it will disappear from the list. That doesn't mean it won't restart when you come back again and reboot the PC, because it will. So you would need to either set this to manual or disable and then stop it. Let me show you what I mean. So let's find one that we can actually stop here and disable, or put it to manual. So there must be another one inside here that is needing to be turned off, and I'll quickly find one. There's one right there, distribute link tracking client. You can see it's running and it's set to automatic. I can go to mode and put this to either manual or put it to disabled. So let's go ahead and put that on disabled, but it is still running until I reboot the PC. If I want to stop that now, I can go back in here and click stop, and it's now stopped and it's disappeared. Now that won't restart again because we got it set to disable. So let's go ahead and go through here, and you can take a look. There's quite a few here, and this is where you can control all of your services. Just be careful on what services you are stopping and which ones you're setting to say disable or manual, because otherwise you might need this service. If you don't need it, you can disable it. If you do need it, then leave it well alone. For instance, print spooler, a lot of people talk about disabling that, but if you've got a printer, then you need to leave that enabled. So if you're not using the storage sense, you can disable that one. And again, up the top, like we said, it's set to running, but you can set this to Microsoft and it will show you all the Microsoft services, or you can set this to disable, manual, and it will list them out, and you'll be able to see what is stopped, what is running, what is automatic on your computer, and make easy adjustments to your system services. Let's move on down to the next one here. This is the Performance tab, where you can make changes to your performance settings on your Windows-based system. You can set the ultimate performance plan right here, toggle that on and off. You've also got the hardware accelerated GPU scheduling right here. Again, you can toggle this on or off. Remember, I've run some group policies on this system, so they are going to be grayed out here. Some of this stuff will be turned off automatically by me because I've set group policies on this system. But you can see you can control your startup apps right here. And again, most of this is turned off because I've been tweaking with it. But you can toggle this on or off to whether you want this running on the system, which will speed up boot up times and also stop any sort of apps starting on boot up. Right here, we've got background apps. Of course, that is running. We don't want those running. I definitely don't want that running if I was gaming and taking up precious resources. So let's have a look here. We've got active history. We've also got visual settings and game settings here. You can toggle those on and off. This is just like game mode and stuff like that. And we've also got the searching windows right here. This is for your search indexing, and you can turn that off right there and control it from here. And again, we've got your delivery optimization and network adapter onboard processor. And there's a bunch of other stuff here. So let's move on to the next one, which is health. You can see fast startup is already turned off, but you can toggle this on or off. We've got hibernation. We've got drive optimization. We've got storage sense. You can turn that off here. We've also got memory diagnostic. If you wanted to check your memory, this is going to be using the onboard memory checker. Personally, I would use something like memtest if I was going to be doing something like that. And again, we've got cleanup. This is to clean up your taskbar, junk, file explorer, Microsoft Store, and even clear the DNS cache on your system and clear your restore points right here as well. We also have an area called system updates. This is for your Windows updates, and you can control this right here as well. Easily set this to security updates only, have it set to manually if you want to, or disable it altogether, which is not advisable. But again, if you just want to receive security updates, you would set it to that. If you want it set it to manual, where you can control when you want to update Windows, you can have it set to that. And again, if you like to disable it, like some people do, you can disable it right there. And of course, this will disable all of your updates. All you need to do is select which you want to do, and there's a little refresh button next to it, and it will then just make that setting in place, and you're pretty much good to go. Again, if you want to set this to manual or just security updates only, which is a really good way of just receiving security updates, if you're not interested in feature updates, then this is a really good way of controlling your updates rather than using the Windows Update tool, which is built into Windows, which is a bit janky and a bit more complicated. We've got app updates here. We've got sleeping pill. We've also got graphics drivers here where you can restart the graphics driver. And this is great if you're having some sort of weird artifact coming on or flickering or something like that, and you can just quickly reset your graphics driver. And then we've got icons cache, which is rebuild your icons cache. And next we're going to move on to this section here, which is going to be your tweak section. And from here, you can tweak your system. So for instance, if you want to turn the recycle bin off from your desktop, you can do. You can hide it, widgets, and you've got all your other stuff on here, which is show desktop, taskbar window shake. You can turn all this stuff from here off. And we also have classic menu inside there as well. On the start menu, again, you've got including Bing search results if you want to turn that off here. We've also got auto install and a bunch of other stuff. And go through here in the privacy settings here. You can turn this all off very quickly rather than keep doing the ridiculous menu that they have on Windows 11. You can come in here quickly and toggle these off and turn the stuff off you don't want. Again, we've got an ads section right here, which is, we all know Microsoft love to push ads on you inside Windows. suggestive notifications. You can turn all these off like I've done here, and makes it super easy to control Windows in a lot more easier fashion inside one little application, rather than going through all of the hoops that Microsoft want you to go through. Again, we've got system here, clock seconds, and we've got clipboard history and a bunch of other stuff on here. Mouse accelerator, feedback notifications, God mode. You can toggle that on right there if you wanted God mode. And we've got spotlight images. You can turn that off and it will remove the spotlight images from there as well. So it's got quite a lot on here. I'm not going to go through every single thing on here, but you can download it. It's free to download. It's only a small download. Have a little play with it, see if you like it. And again, you can always uninstall it if you don't want it. But I do believe it's a pretty decent little bit of kit. You can also go back into the health section here, and you can easily run a check disk from here. You can run SFC checker, which is your basically system file checker, by just clicking on this right here, which is quite useful. If you're having system errors or some sort of problem, you can run this right here. You also got the DISM image servicing management tool here, which will run a bunch of DISM commands here as well for you and fix Windows. So it's quite useful to have this repair tool. And again, not too bad. I think it's a pretty decent little app. It's probably work in progress as well. They'll probably add more stuff to this in the foreseeable future. It's a registered application, which means it's not going to give you unknown publisher and you have to get blocked and stuff like that. It is a proper legit program and it is pretty decent. You can change it to dark mode if you want to. And it's also got some other stuff on here as well. As you can see, pretty simple stuff on this page here, and you can check for updates here, read all about the privacy thing and terms conditions right there, and you can even rate the app right here. Not a bad little application, and you can see it's highly rated, 4.7 out of 5, which I think is pretty good. Anyway, but that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. I'd be happy to read your comments. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to say a quick shout out to all my YouTube members, whether you're tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3. I really do appreciate the support. I shall catch you in the very next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.